Lord, today my heart is filled with emotions that are difficult to put into words. The weight of regret overwhelms me, and with each heartbeat, I feel my soul faltering. I have tried so many times to draw near to you with all my strength. I have made sincere promises. I have deeply desired for my life to align with your will. But at some point, my humanity has been stronger than my intentions. My heart feels small because although I try to move forward on the path of faith, my steps betray me, and I find myself once again distant from you. Sometimes I wonder how I got here, how bad decisions, the weakness of my flesh, and a lack of vigilance have led me to this point. However, even though I feel distant from you, I also recognize that within me there is a deep longing to return. It's like an inner force, a whisper in my soul, reminding me that it's never too late to start over, that there is always an opportunity to reconnect with you. Lord, in my vulnerability, I feel like a child who has lost their way, who has fallen, and now seeks the warmth and security of their father's arms. Life can sometimes be so uncertain and challenging, and when I look around, I feel that I need that deep comfort, that embrace that only you can offer. In you, I find the peace that I find nowhere else, the peace that heals the wounds of my soul and alleviates the worries that suffocate me. I draw near to you with humility, like a child who fully trusts in their father, knowing that in your presence, all pain is relieved and all anxiety dissolves. By being near you, I feel at home, as if everything in the world makes sense, as if the chaos of life stops for a moment and my being is calmed. Lord, I want to embrace you with all my strength, knowing that in your love there is no place for fear or insecurity, only for hope and transformation. Today, more than ever, I cry out for your forgiveness and for your love. My soul seeks comfort. It seeks the embrace of your mercy that cleanses and restores. At times in my life, I have made impulsive decisions. I have allowed ego or passions to cloud my judgment, and I have drifted away from you. I know I have failed you, and I acknowledge it with a repentant heart. I ask for your forgiveness for those moments when, knowingly or unknowingly, I turned my back on you. I know that you, being a loving father, expect the best from me, and on those occasions, I could not live up to your love. That hurts deeply because I know that every time I stray from you, I not only harm myself but also break that beautiful connection we have had. Still, I draw near to you with the hope that your forgiveness is greater than my guilt, with the faith that your unconditional love does not reject me but receives me with open arms, willing to heal my heart and restore my peace. The pain I feel in my chest is so great that I feel incapable of looking you in the eye. Shame has wrapped me up, and I find myself so small before you, Lord, that I do not know if I am worthy of receiving your grace. I feel like that child who, after doing something wrong, hides, afraid of being reprimanded, of being rejected. That feeling of shame consumes me, and it makes me doubt my worth. But in this moment, I want to learn to stop hiding. I want to stop fleeing from you out of fear of not being enough. My soul cries out for your forgiveness and for the opportunity to start anew, to be transformed, not by my merits, but by your infinite mercy. At this moment, the only thing I desire with all my being is to find the peace I have lost. I feel so lost in this world that I seek that feeling of home that only you, Lord, can give me. Life has become overwhelming, and everything seems uncertain. But in your presence, I find the tranquility I so long for. I just want to feel accompanied, to know that I am not alone on this path, that even though the world rejects me, you will always be by my side, guiding me, protecting me. All I seek is your love, that love that fills me, sustains me, and makes me strong. I know that even though I have made mistakes and strayed, you will always be there, waiting for me to return, and you will receive me with open arms. Sometimes, all we need is to know that we are loved, and at this moment, that is what I desire most, to feel that you are still here, so close to me, so close to my soul. Now, I want us to reflect together. If you are reading these words, I invite you to pause for a moment. Close your eyes and let your heart fill with sincerity. Think of those faults, big or small, that you have committed. Those times when, consciously or unconsciously, you hurt someone, whether with words, gestures, or attitudes. Perhaps it was a word spoken in a moment of anger, an impulsive act that you later regretted. In those moments, you let frustration, anger, or sadness take over, and now that weight, that guilt, burdens you. Today, at this moment, I want to invite you to let go of that burden. Allow yourself to feel the liberation that comes with genuine repentance, with the desire to heal and find peace. Let this prayer be a balm for your soul, a step toward forgiveness and reconciliation, both with yourself and with others. Now, with an open and willing heart, I invite you to say these words with sincerity and humility. Ask for forgiveness with your soul, because what we are seeking is the purification of the deepest part of our being. We know we are not perfect, and that our faults, although it is hard to accept, are part of our humanity. But we also know that in your goodness, Lord, there is an opportunity for healing. Have mercy on us, for we recognize that our actions, whether big or small, have separated us from you and have left marks on our lives and in the lives of others. Lord, erase my fault, cleanse my soul of all that corrupts it. I want to be purified by your grace. I want to free myself from the chains that sin has placed upon me. It hurts to know that my mistakes are always present before my eyes. That burden follows me, but I also want to believe that in you all things are possible. Purify me, Lord. Cleanse me of all malice, of everything that separates me from your truth. I want to be transformed, to be reborn in your love and in your forgiveness. Let there be no corner in my heart that is not touched by your mercy. Lord, I recognize that my sin is not just an isolated act, but is rooted in my being, in my human nature. Since I was born, sin has been part of me, an inheritance I did not choose, but that has shaped my thoughts, actions, and decisions. However, even though I am aware of my weakness, I draw near to you with the sincere desire to change, to heal. I accept that I am not worthy of your forgiveness, but I know that you are just and that there is no reproach in your judgment. You do not blame me for my nature, but for what I have done with it. And even though I feel unworthy, in you I find hope, because you taught me that true wisdom is not just avoiding evil, but cultivating a righteous heart, a heart willing to learn and grow in your light. Lord, I trust that even though I have been a sinner since birth, you transform me, teach me, and guide me along paths of righteousness. This desire for purification is deep. I imagine how water cleanses everything it touches, how, when being sprinkled with it, I feel clean, renewed, as if everything negative, everything dark, everything that separates me from you is absorbed by it. Lord, I want your water of life to wash me, to purify me to the very depths of my being. Water symbolizes cleansing, renewal, the baptism that allows us to start anew. And today I want to let that water flow over me, to cleanse every corner of my soul and make me as white as snow. I want to leave behind all my bad decisions, my mistakes, my falls, and start anew in your grace. In you is true purification. In your water, Lord, is the renewal of my spirit. Lord, I have felt the sadness and burden of my guilt for so long, but now I cry out for your joy, for that inner peace that allows me to dance in freedom, that allows me to enjoy life despite the difficulties. I ask that, even though you have allowed me to feel the weight of my mistakes, you now return to me the joy of a renewed heart, the joy that comes from knowing that, despite my faults, you accept me, you forgive me, and you love me. I know you have ground my bones with trials, that you have allowed me to experience pain so that I may learn. But now I desire that peace that only you can give me, that peace that allows me to live with hope, with joy, and with the certainty that even though my life is not perfect, you are with me, and everything will be all right. Turn your face away from my faults, Lord, and do not let my mistakes define me. Erase all traces of malice from my life. Cleanse my heart so that I can love you and serve you with sincerity. Lord, I trust that despite my failings, I can be restored. I ask that you create in me, give me the strength to change and to be a new man or woman in your spirit. Create in me, Lord, a pure heart, that I may love you sincerely, that I may live according to your will. I do not want my faults to continue to dominate my life. I want your spirit to dwell in me and renew me from the inside out. Do not reject me, Lord, though I feel unworthy of your presence. I know that in your mercy there is always a new opportunity. Do not let me stray from you. Do not take away your Holy Spirit, because without him, I cannot live. Your Spirit gives me strength, gives me wisdom, gives me direction. Lord, give me your salvation that rejoices, that salvation that not only forgives me, but also fills me with joy, with hope, with strength to face life with faith and courage. Lord, I want to be a light for others. I want to share your love and your forgiveness with those who have not yet experienced your grace. Help me to be a faithful witness of your way, to be an example for those who are lost, for those who have fallen into sin and despair. Let my life be a testimony of your mercy, so that all the lost can find their way back to you. Deliver me from the debt of blood, Lord, because I know that every sin is a debt that only you can settle. My life is in your hands, and I cry out for your salvation that cleanses and restores me. Lord, open my lips, for I want to praise your name. I want to proclaim your justice. I want to be an instrument of your peace in this world. A material sacrifice is not what you seek, but a contrite heart, a humbled spirit that loves you sincerely. Lord, I want to be a light for others. I want to share your love and your forgiveness with those who have not yet experienced your grace. Help me to be a faithful witness of your way, to be an example for those who are lost, for those who have fallen into sin and despair. Let my life be a testimony of your mercy, so that all the lost can find their way back to you. Deliver me from the debt of blood, Lord, because I know that every sin is a debt that only you can settle. My life is in your hands. and I cry out for your salvation that cleanses and restores me. Lord, open my lips, for I want to praise your name. I want to proclaim your justice. I want to be an instrument of your peace in this world. A material sacrifice is not what you seek, but a contrite heart, a humbled spirit that loves you sincerely. As I conclude this prayer, how do you feel, dear brother or sister? How does your soul feel, your inner being? I invite you to reflect on this moment. May your heart, though wounded by your failings, be filled with hope. If this prayer has touched something deep inside you, if you have felt relief and comfort, do not hesitate to share it, because through prayer and community, we help each other heal and find peace.